Good morning, everyone. Boker Tov, Shabbat Shalom, and Chodesh Tov. Today is Rosh Chodesh Cheshvan. This week's Torah Parsha portion is all about the flood and the building of the ark. And the Torah tells us that the ark's dimensions were 300 amot. Each amah is about 2 feet. 300 amot long, 50 amot wide, and 30 amot high. And the question is, why do we need to know the dimensions of the ark? The second question is, the ark is called a teva, but the real word for a boat or a ship is a svina. We just read the story of Jonah. It's called a aniyah or sefina. Why does the Torah call it a teva rather than the more often used word of svina, a boat, a ship, or aniyah? The third question is, the Torah says that there should be a tzohar, and the rabbis disagree what that is, whether it means there should be a window on the ark or there should be some very brilliant, bright stone, like a diamond or some gem that will illuminate the ark. What is the significance of these three details? And the answer is, says the Kuzner Samagid, that the word teva means an ark, but it has an alternative meaning. It means a word. Teva in Hebrew could mean a word. And therefore what the Torah is teaching us is that the word teva means a word. It means a boat or ship, but it also means a box. Why is this boat, this ship, referred to as a box and a word? Because just like a box, what matters is not the box, but what the box contains, so too our words, the significance of our words, is what the teva, the words, or the box contains. And the message of the stone, the illuminant stone in the ark, is that our tevot, our words, like a box, must contain words that are luminescent, that are bright, that bring a ray of light, sunshine, optimism, hope, encouragement, love, support to someone else. The words are merely a box to transmit and transfer the light of our soul into someone else's soul. And that's why, says the Kuzner Samagid, the dimensions are taught to us, because we know that every number has a numerical value. The numerical value for the height of the ark, which was 30 amot, is the letter lamed. The numerical value for the length of the ark is 300, which is the letter shin. And the numerical value for the number 50, which is the width of the ark, is nun. Lamed, shin, and nun spells the word lashon, our tongue, our words, our communication. And therefore the message is that there are storms, there are floods that overwhelm all of us in life. We all face challenges and stormy weather in our lives. And therefore we have to provide an ark. What is an ark? Words, teva. And like a box, teva is a box. It has to contain words that are filled with light, hope, and optimism. This is the message, the practical message of the story of Noach in all of our lives, to use our words in a way that will rescue, protect, shelter people from the storms of life, and provide them with light in turbulent, troubled times. It's a story about a boy. His name was Shlomi, and at the age of 8 he was diagnosed with cancer, and he began going through treatments, surgeries, radiation, chemotherapy, and he spent many years in the hospital, in and out, going through a very difficult time. When he was 19 years old, he finally was clear and clean of all of the cancer, and he went into complete remission, and the doctors gave him a clean bill of health. And his family threw what is known as a Sudat Hodah, a meal of thanksgiving to God, where they invited friends and families and all of the medical professionals that were involved in his treatment and care to give thanks to God for his full and complete recovery. And Shlomi, now a 19-year-old boy, got up to speak very emotionally about how for 11 years he struggled with cancer in and out of treatments, difficult, painful treatments and surgeries. But he said, let me tell you the moment I knew that everything would be okay. He says, when I was in the hospital once, shortly after I was diagnosed, 8 years old, I was laying in my bed in the room, and I overheard my doctor, and he pointed to the doctor sitting in the room. He said, I overheard you talking to another doctor in the hallway before you entered my room, and you said to him, he's a strong boy, he's a fighter. I know he's going to make it, he's going to be just fine. And he said, from the moment I heard those words, I was filled with optimism, with confidence, with faith, with trust, and that gave me the ability to endure and to overcome all the challenges of this 11-year journey to my full recovery. Everyone applauded when he finished speaking, and then the doctor got up to speak, and he said, I would like to say a few words too. He says, I remember that day, because when I came into your room, I saw how happy you were, and you mentioned to me what you overheard. But I have to admit something that I never told you at the time. When I was talking to that physician outside your room, I actually was not talking about you. I was talking about another patient, another boy down the hall. But you understood it to be about you, and it had the same effect on you. And this just shows us the power of words. Our words could literally give life to other people, give them something to hold on to hope for, to make it through the most difficult challenges of life. But even our secondary words, how often do people think you're talking about them when you're not even talking about them? But they may misinterpret your words or project it on themselves. And therefore you have to be so careful that everything you say, whether directly or indirectly, are only words that are filled with light, goodness, love, and support. Have a wonderful Shabbat and Chodesh Tov.